So guys, today I decided to touch on one of the trends I noticed going on in perfumery at the moment, which is note of neroli getting pretty popular right now because quite a few brands have just released some neroli scented perfumes that I will be updating you on in this video and also sharing with you some of my all-time favorite neroli fragrances. So keep on watching to find out more about them, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel right now if you're here for the first time, as well as please comment down below your favorite neroli perfume and give this video a huge thumbs up if you love finding out about new perfume trends. And once you're done with that, we can get started. Hello and welcome everyone to this video in which we are going to be discussing note of neroli that is trending right now because quite a few brands have just released some neroli scented perfumes with neroli in their name. And please let me know if you like this note or not. I absolutely adore it because it has such a complex olfactive profile. That's for it also adds a lot of complexity to any fragrance, because on one side it smells so citrusy and fresh with facets of orange and also petitgrain, and on the other side it has this beautiful floral character coming from orange blossom because neroli is actually blossoming citrus tree. So if you have a favorite neroli fragrance, I would really like to find out more about it, and if everyone comments their favorite neroli fragrance, in the end we'll have like a great commentary section with so many amazing neroli perfumes. And while you're doing so, I'm getting started with these brand new neroli perfumes that came out in 2023, and one of them is by Guerlain, my favorite brand. That is the newest addition to the Aqua Liguria collection that I'm personally not the biggest fan of because it consists out of freshes that you guys know I'm not drawn to. But if you have a favorite perfume from Aqua Liguria collection that you think is worth my attention, please let me know what it is. This new release though is called Neroli Vetiver. So each fragrance from this collection focuses on one or two perfume notes, and in here we have neroli and vetiver, but not only them, because in the top there is bergamot, fig leaf and petitgrain. So I think it's going to be quite a nerolish perfume with petitgrain adding to the green part, and in the heart there is actually this Calabrian neroli rose that I hope is going to be noticeable, but I can imagine it's going to be only in the background. But there is also a note of fig and that fig leaf, and if you're familiar with obviously figgy fragrances, then you might know that they can smell really crisp and leafy and at the same time very smooth and quite textural and fruity. So I hope these notes are going to be noticeable in this fragrance, which has note of cedar, tonka and vetiver, which is another note in the name, in the base. So yeah, I don't think that it's gonna be something too special, but if they really make that fig pop, then it might be really nice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this release. Maybe it's gonna be something for me and actually my first Aqua Liguria collection, but the most exciting neroli release for me is definitely flanker of my most favorite feminine fragrance on the market. And if you've been here for a while, then you guys know that on my channel I always rave about L'Interdit by Givenchy because in my personal humble opinion it is the best perfume for women that you can find on the market, and I love the EDP version. I also have a few flankers. My number one would be Roche Edition, and even the new EDT is very lovely. This new one from 2023 focusing has name Burning Neroli, which is fun. The bottle is way too similar to that millésime edition that I wasn't a fan of, so I'm not the biggest fan of the bottle. And I'm also wondering why they have only 3 notes in this fragrance: Tunisian neroli, so different kind of neroli, as you've probably noticed. The previous fragrance from Guerlain had neroli from Calabrian neroli. This is Tunisian neroli, but also there is vetiver like in the previous perfume, and patchouli. But where is that, juicy floralcy of the original perfume? I think it's gonna be there, but they've just, said, okay, only 3 notes. If it really features only neroli, patchouli, and vetiver, it's gonna be completely different than EDP, EDT, and any other flanker. But I think it will still have that, Linta D signature vibe, although the name says burning neroli. So if it's gonna be smoky, which you can totally achieve with such notes as patchouli and vetiver that we have here, then it's gonna be definitely one of the most unique perfumes with neroli. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this release. I'm pretty sure it's going to be available soon, so I will definitely get back to you and update you on it. But let's move on to the next perfume. That is Neroli Nasimba by the brand Maison Crivelli, that I've actually tested briefly sometime, and although fragrances were really nice, nothing to complain about, they were just a little bit too minimalistic for me personally. So this fragrance has mandarin and some spicy notes in the top. I think it's gonna be quite fresh because there is red pepper, cardamom, and mandarin. Then it's gonna be this full-bodied neroli scent, because in here we have the neroli, we have the orange blossom, and the petitgrain. So yeah, that will create like this neroli heart. And in the base, guess which note we have in here? So apart of Lada and Sisters Absolute, there is of course vetiver. So it's the third fragrance with combination of neroli and vetiver, which seems to be also pretty popular, and I would really like to explore it a bit deeper. So just in case you know any fragrance with vetiver and neroli as main notes in it, please let me know what it is. And I am moving on to the fragrance that I probably won't smell, by the brand that I have no experience with, called Majuri. That is Nur Neroli. And the notes are not most exciting. There is even no neroli in there, but mandarin, bergamot, petitgrain, orange blossom, jasmine, lavender, amber, and sandalwood. But there is neroli in the name, so I kind of wanted to include in this video. But let's end it on the most exciting note, because this is a Pilar release from Elisab that is called Elixir. And although I don't really like the design of the bottle, because it seems to be a bit tacky, but I really need to check it out for myself in real life, I love the notes, you guys. In here we have mandarin and neroli in the opening, and yeah, mandarin and neroli is another pretty popular notes combination, but then we get iris from Lebanon in the heart, and in the base, no vetiver, but amber, myrrh, and benzoin. And to see such a new Pilar release makes me truly excited, because in here we have one of the most underrated notes in my personal opinion, iris, that I have already spoken about in one of my past videos, in which I discussed underrated notes that I would like to see more in upcoming perfume releases. And I'm so excited that Elisab actually created fragrance with notes of, something easygoing as neroli and mandarin, but also iris, powdery and beautiful, adding, something a bit deeper for the dry down. I have no idea if it's actually gonna be oriental and actually, resinous and sticky, and yeah, those notes can give you that vibe sometimes, but I'm truly excited for it, and I wish more, commercial and designer brands would do the same, because I am bored of brands releasing similar fragrances to the point they are literally recreating their own flankers. Let's talk about Dior for a second. I've just addressed that Miss Dior crisis that the brand is kind of going through at the moment, and have smelled the new Blooming Bouquet 2023 edition today, and I just don't get the point why they've actually released fragrance that smelled almost the same as 2014's version for the sake of changing the bow. I have no freaking idea, but to see a release like this with neroli, with iris, and with pretty intense balmy notes in the dry down makes me truly excited. And I actually want more design and also niche brands to focus on neroli, because although it's not most underrated note, it can be pushed and pulled in so many different ways. So let me know if you agree or disagree that Neroli is great to play around. But now let's get into the second part of this video, and I really want to share with you some of my all-time favorite Neroli fragrances with Neroli in their name, as you know, all the previous ones we have spoken about today. And this first fragrance is my go-to in the summer when it is really hot, because it has like very cool vibe, and I'm talking about Neroli Mediterranean by the brand Paris Monte Carlo. And in case you're looking for very high quality niche brand, that's it. So I love the freshness of citruses such as orange, bergamot and mandarin in here. They are very refreshing, tingling and super refreshing. Then we have petitgrain and geranium, which add almost like a metallic touch to Neroli that is supported by orange blossom, and at the same time there is ginger with pepper, so it's slightly spicy and very sheer musky in the dry down. So for me it smells like icy Neroli cocktail that is perfect for hotter days. It's unisex and it is very refreshing. But one of my first Neroli purchases, something very expensive and I believe is a limited edition, is Good Girl Gone Bad by Kilian Neroli Splash Edition. You guys, this perfume is so strong. It smells exactly the same on the second day when I wear it on my hair as it did after the initial application, and it's mind-blowing, you guys. I like this Neroli Splash version and prefer it over the original Good Girl Gone Bad, because that one is just a little bit too heavy for me personally. In here we have that bright Neroli note that is not too, you know, mainstream and typical, because it still has beautiful, elegant, woodsy base that the fragrance is known for, but it is also creamy, floral, without anything citric or green about it. So just in case you don't like those Neroli facets, this fragrance is perfect, very strong, great sillage, and super long-lasting. But let's end this video on the Neroli all-rounder. That's how I would describe Wild Neroli by the brand Orientica, because although it's not the most complex, you will definitely get, you know, this beautiful blossoming Neroli tree vibe in this fragrance that has a hint of lemon and freshness of bergamot with just a little bit of green but not grassy petitgrain, and then a lot of blooming, blossoming floral Neroli juiciness. In the dry down it's pretty clean, musky, a little bit woody, but that floralcy is pretty long lasting, and because it projects so well, I mean, like, this is a strong perfume but it's an easy grab. A lot of people like it and it's a huge compliment getter, also unisex, and you cannot go wrong with it. That's why I would definitely recommend this one for anyone who is looking for that number one Neroli that you can wear anywhere, anytime. It's that great. So yeah, highly recommend you to check out any of these three because they are awesome. But if you are interested in more Neroli recommendations, I have a best of episode dedicated to this note that I will leave a link to down below in the description box as other helpful information for you guys. For example, some discounts with which you can shop perfumes and save a little bit, and yeah, reviews on some of these fragrances, and also links to previous videos in which I have spoken about trends in perfumery. And just in case you liked this video and found it helpful and interesting, please give it a huge thumbs up. And if you are interested in a second part in which I am going through other perfume trends in perfumery that are obvious right now or that are still relevant, maybe coming from previous years, just let me know that. Your feedback is highly appreciated. So if you have any questions left, I'm here to chat with you. And that was all from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're here for the first time, and definitely follow me on my social media so we can stay in touch. And if you want to be even more supportive, you can always donate on Buy Me Coffee website, which is very easy to do, and the link is down below. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate your time spent on my channel. So definitely stay tuned and smell good. We will see each other in the next one really soon. Bye, guys.